Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to Thailand, the country where I've come to take a little break, recharge and get ready for the next adventure. In 2 weeks we head off again to some new countries, ones that have never been filmed on this channel. A little clue where? We're going down under. Yep, that's right, and in and around those areas. It's going to be pretty mental. But for today, however, we're going to answer some of your questions that you've asked me and solve some mysteries about the channel. I'm going to expose everything from the highest highs to the lowest lows. Let's just say your questions were very interesting. So let's get into it. I tell you, you just can't beat it, can you? Renting a £2 bike here in Southeast Asia, cruising around in the sunshine for the day. You just can't beat it. So we're currently on the island of Koh Lanta in the south of Thailand. Pretty small island, not much going on, but I figured this would be the perfect place to rent a bike, cruise around and answer some of your questions. I've seen some bloke barefoot walking down the highway on his own. I'm going to see if he wants a lift. I can see him, look, he's all the way down there. He's got a long way to go. I think he might be homeless. He's got no shoes on, so I'm going to try offer him a lift. Hopefully he doesn't mug me. Let's see if he's friendly. Brother, you want a lift? You want to jump on? Do you want a lift? Down that way? Come on, mate. Here we go. Let's help this guy out. Speak English? No? Well, this was pointless, wasn't it? Oh well, we'll help him out. It's a long way down here. It's a good, probably 45-minute walk for him. Well, we're 10 minutes into the drive. There's no sign of him getting off. He just gave me a point saying, basically keep going. So I've saved him a long bloody walk, but I don't know how long he's going to be on this for. 20 minutes, he's still on the bike. I don't know where I'm dropping him. Which way? Left, right? Oh, Jesus. There's a turning coming up here. I've got to go right. So I've got to drop him here. Okay? Alright, mate. Off he goes. So the first question is, what is your scariest travel stories? Now, I've got quite a few, but I'm going to give you 5. Now, you might have heard these stories before, but if not, here you go. Here's a few scary situations I've been in whilst I've been travelling. First one was nearly dying in Tanzania from severe fish food poisoning. In 2021, when the world was in lockdown, I wasn't. I went to Tanzania for 3 months and was living life. Beach parties, island hopping, you name it, we did it. Until one day I ate some tuna steak from a local beach cafe, and within about 5 minutes of eating it, my heart rate was about 180 beats per minute. My entire body was tingling and my throat completely closed over. I couldn't breathe. What makes it even more scary is that I was so far away from any hospital. I was on a remote part of Zanzibar Island, and the only place to help was a tiny medical tent in a slum down the street. The nurse in there advised me to stick my fingers down my throat and get the fish out and pray. That's literally what she said, just pray. So I did, and then I spent an hour on a medical tent bed with my heart rate still pounding and praying it would go down. Eventually, it somewhat did. And then shortly after, a huge rash flared up on my body, on my chest, on my back, on my neck, and on my arms. So I got a 30-minute taxi to a private doctor I found on Google. He lived in a shack in a small town. He then gave me some meds, and it gave me explosive diarrhea in his house toilet, like instantly. It's some sort of like laxative or something, so I'm guessing it cleared the fish out straight away. Very embarrassing, but the meds worked. The rash went down a little bit, and then I went back to my hotel and went to bed, and for the next few days I felt like shite. So there you go, that was my first scary story whilst travelling. My second scary story is being detained by the Taliban for about 5 hours. I mean, that speaks for itself, doesn't it? This actually happened a few times on our trip to Afghanistan. We went there when basically the Taliban took complete control when the Americans left. And yeah, it's safe to say they were very suspicious who we were. Walking around with little cameras, filming things we shouldn't have been filming. At one point, I filmed a compound and a hospital, I think, by mistake, or a police station. A Taliban member cocked his gun, ran towards me, aimed at me. I thought he was going to blow my head off. But luckily my guide, he wasn't a guide, he was shocking, calmed him down and we went along our way. But yeah, we spent hours and hours in several different compounds getting basically questioned by the Taliban, all these suspicious questions. Who are you? Are you a journalist? Who do you work for? Do you work for the British government? So yeah, it was pretty scary. The things running through my head, honestly, I thought it was game over. Obviously, tourist, brand new thing to Afghanistan once the Taliban got their country back. So Afghanistan was totally unpredictable. Anything could have happened. I thought it was game over. I thought we were going to spend the next few years in a Taliban prison, but luckily we charmed our way out of it and got the hell out of that country. Will I return? Definitely not. You see, Afghanistan is a totally unpredictable country. I've seen they just detained an elderly British couple. They've now been released for several months for just visiting. So yeah, who knows? That could have been me and Mr. Bold. Sawadika. Hello. Do you have a coconut? No? Okay, do you have water? I'll take a water, please. Oh, it's so hot here, honestly. Before I continue this Q&A, I need to get hydrated. I've got my bike, so I can't have a beer. I'm actually sober. I've not had a beer in about 6 weeks, and I'm going to continue doing it all the way through October until I get to down under, of course. So here comes my water, and then we'll carry on. Hello, oh, thank you so much. Kapunka.
Welcome to Lanta.
Ah, thank you so much.
Where you come from?
I'm from England.
England, you come early this year.
Yeah, is this season? Is this off season?
It's begin now, yes.
Ah, because there's no one here.
Next month become full people. This month is a little bit more storm
quiet.
And quiet.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, because there's not many tourists here. I'm the only one here, it seems like. It's good. Oh no, I dropped it.
I clean for you.
No, thank you so much. Thank you. Bloody hell. Kapunka, thank you. So are you from Koh Lanta?
Actually, I'm from Krabi Town.
Oh, you're from Krabi. I might drive there in a minute because it's quite quiet here.
Ah.
Yeah. How far is Krabi Town?
Krabi Town is 3 hours from here
by
motorbike.
Yeah, I'm not driving there. I'm staying here. Anyway, thank you so much. Kapunka. I think I'm saying that right. Kapunka. I've been to Thailand like 40 times and I always forget Sabadika and Kapunka. Anyway, got my water. Next question. 20 quid this hotel cost in Thailand. Got myself a pool, a bar, beach, a restaurant, hotel rooms just over there. It's got a gym. What else could you possibly need? I'll tell you one more thing that you will need though whilst you travel, and that is an eSIM. But not just any eSIM, you need Saily eSIM. Now for those who don't know what an eSIM is, you need to. It's 2025. The days of buying SIM cards at the airport or paying extortionate roaming charges are officially over. Now, before I arrive at a new destination, I set up my Saily data plan and I'm good to go. Saily is very easy to use and covers more than 200 destinations. It's pretty much the entire world. Saily has got your back. It even worked here in lovely Thailand. So all you have to do is download the Saily app, choose the country you are heading to, and choose the mobile data plan that suits you the most. Saily will then guide you through to install your eSIM successfully, and then boom, you are ready to explore wherever you might be in the world. So if you love to travel and stay connected at all times, trust me, you need Saily. Use my code BackpackerBen at the checkout to get 15% off your next purchase. So there you go guys, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and in the pinned comments to begin using Saily. Excuse this horrific music behind me if you can hear it, and excuse the wind as well, it's a very windy island. But the next scary story was when I went to Bangladesh in 2019 and I got severe food poisoning, which the doctors initially thought was malaria. So yeah, basically I went to Bangladesh in 2019, ate some biryani, which is the national dish there, and the chicken inside the rice was completely raw. You like basically dig into the rice, you unveil the chicken, and then I seen that, I was like, bloody raw mate. So I said to the guy, like, it's not cooked. And he was like, ah, it's fine, don't worry about it. I was like, mate, it's literally raw. Anyway, I ate around the chicken, but that was already contaminated by, you know, the raw chicken. So I ate the rice, but had raw juices on it. So 2 days later, I started to feel a bit weird, a bit of a fever, a bit run down, but I didn't feel nauseous or like had diarrhea like normally when I had food poisoning. So I thought it's got to be something else. So I thought, oh, whatever, I'll carry on. So I got an overnight ferry from Dhaka to a town called Barisal to continue my journey. It was like 12 hours or something, and about 2 hours into that journey, it hit me. I was chundering my guts up. It was completely lime green. I've never seen a colour like it. It was like an acid colour. So imagine being stuck on a nasty ferry in Bangladesh for another 10 hours, throwing up into a bucket. I filled the entire bucket up with green vomit. Honestly, I thought I was going to die. Next morning, after zero sleep, I got a bike taxi to a local hospital, which was beyond horrific. I wish I took a photo of what it looked like. It was basically a warehouse, and inside that warehouse was 500, maybe more, dirty mattresses on the floor, covered in blood, stains. And a doctor came over to me and said, listen, lay down on that mattress and I'll give you some injections. And I said, not a chance, mate. Am I lying down on that? And you're not injecting me with anything. So I was like, oh Jesus. Now I was in Barisal, which is this like remote city on like the water of Bangladesh. Then another doctor came up to me and said, listen, there's actually a private hospital up the road. Go to that one. I said, yes, get me there now. So I went to this private hospital. No one spoke English. I was using my translator. And the doctors all said that. They all thought I had malaria and dengue fever and stuff like this because I felt that bad, honestly. I could barely stand up. They put me in a wheelchair. And then they started to run the tests on me. They did x-rays, that thing that they do with your heart, what's it called, a bloody C-section? What's it called when they check your heart? I don't bloody know. Stomach tests, blood tests, I did everything. And then the other doctors said severe food poisoning. It spread to my organs, basically. You can actually die from this food poisoning, they said. So you can probably imagine the fear running through my mind, right? I'm in Barisal, in Bangladesh. I had no money to my name, so I couldn't even afford to pay for this hospital. And yeah, I was just on my own. No one spoke English. And these doctors were saying I could basically die from this food poisoning or malaria. So in the end, I spent 2 days there waiting for my full diagnosis on a drip, hooked up to the monitors and stuff. And yeah, after about 2 days, they came in and said, listen, you've either got severe food poisoning or something else. It wasn't malaria, it wasn't dengue fever, but most of the doctors said it was severe food poisoning that like spread to my organs. And they said it was probably from eating that chicken biryani. So yeah, pretty scary. Imagine being in this situation. You're in a third world country on your own. Even the doctors can't give you a full diagnosis of what's wrong with you. So yeah, that was my third scary story. Bangladesh. And stupid enough, you'd think I would never go back, and I did. I went back 4 years later and got sick once again on a ferry, but it was just diarrhea, thank God. Well, day 2 in Bangladesh. I've got the shits bad. Thank God we got this toilet. Mate, I just had the worst case of diarrhea. I'm not even joking. Like severely bad.
Oh, dude.
It's really bad.
Oh, you poor bugger.
We need to get to a pharmacy immediately.
That bad?
Very bad.
You're stuck on a river in Bangladesh.
I know! Okay, nice to meet you. Cha cha.
My name's Laura. What's your name?
Laura, Ben.
Pleased to meet you.
Benjamin. There you go, that's the friendly locals of Lanta. Yeah, Laura said it himself. He said, listen, there's not much going on here on Lanta Island, so get on the ferry, which is up the road, cross over, and there might be some more action. Because she comes from Krabi, 3 hours that way. But here, as you can see, not much happening. So let's get on this ferry and see what's on the other side. There you go, foreign tourist, 50 baht. Different price for a foreigner. Is it return ticket?
What?
Return ticket? Okay, one way please. Here we go, boys. The ferry to take me across the other side. Now, another scary situation I've been in is when I went to Ethiopia. Now, believe it or not, I spent 3 months in Ethiopia in 2021. When I left Tanzania, I thought, where else can I go? So Ethiopia was still open, it wasn't in lockdown, so I went there. Now when I was there, I went to the Afar region, which borders Somalia. Now this is one of the most hardcore places on the planet. It's the hottest place on average on Earth all year round. When I went, it was 52 degrees. Welcome to Mars. As we travelled deeper into the region for a few days, we stopped at this tiny little salt mining town, as rural as you can possibly get, and one of the most random places I've ever been. And we were warned by the locals that Al-Shabaab were out looking for us to kidnap us or do something worse. Al-Shabaab are basically this Islamic militant group that basically, yeah, they wanted to kidnap us and hold us for ransom, or God knows what else could have happened. So yeah, you can probably imagine what that was like, 52 degrees, hiding away from Al-Shabaab in the most remote region in Africa, perhaps. Yeah, there you go. Bollocks to this, I've been driving on this long highway road for about 40 minutes now. There's nothing here. There's actually less things here than there is in Lanta. Laura lied to me. I think she meant when I get to Krabi, there's things to do there, which is 3 hours away. I'm not driving 3 hours. So let's get back on the ferry. Man, I'm so sunburned, I can feel it. Let's get back on the ferry and get back to Lanta. Another question I get all the time is, Ben, do you ever get homesick? And the answer is yes, when I'm alone. When I'm solo traveling, I do get homesick. And after a few days here in Thailand, I do wish I was at home. But then I think to myself, after a couple of days of being back, this always happens as well. I go back to Plymouth and it's pissing it down, there's nothing to do. Yeah, I see my friends and family, but within like 2 days, I'm like, why am I here when I could rather be here in sunny Thailand or somewhere else around the world? And also, all of the news back home, right, is just negative. Every time I check to see what's going on, negativity after negativity. So, I don't know. I do love the UK, I do miss it, I am homesick, but probably going to avoid it for some time. After 2 months in Japan and going to 7-Eleven there hundreds of times, it's now time to go to Thailand 7-Elevens. It's safe to say they're a bit different. Pretty good, but do you get this in Japan? A stray dog greeting you? No, you don't. Let's get a drink.
Hello, welcome.
These are the goat drinks, I'm telling you. If you come to Thailand, this kid knows. Do you want one? Hello. Do you want one of these? You want one?
No money.
Do you want one? No, I'll get you one.
No money.
Yeah, I'll buy you one. Which one do you want? Lemon or passion fruits? Oh, you want this? Okay, I'll get you that. Guys, listen, if you come to Thailand, get these. It will change your life. Lemon, passion fruit, normally orange. Oh, orange is there. The goat drink, I'm telling you. Come on, mate. I'll get you that.
Hello, welcome.
Jump on the car. There you go, mate. Enjoy. I'm telling you, when you come to Thailand, get one of these bad boys. Game changer. Bye bye, dog. Bye bye, little man. Take care, okay? Next question. When are you finally going to come to Australia and film it? Well, spoiler alert. November. It's finally time to come to the outback, come down under. That sounds weird. Listen, for those of you that don't know, I used to live in Australia for like 7 months and I was a dishwasher in Melbourne. It was the worst job I've ever done in my life. And then obviously I travelled East Coast, the outback, did all that. So I spent like close to a year of my life in Australia. But now it's time to finally come back, do some videos and yeah, show you what Australia is all about. 8% of you that watch these videos are from Australia and like 4% from New Zealand. I'm going to try come New Zealand as well if I've got time. But yeah, that's where we're going next. A new continent, going to go around those countries as well. That's near Australia. So yeah, spoiler alert, that is the next big adventure. It's going to be fucking crazy. Come down under. Next question. How many times have you been in a hospital on your travels? Well, I've just told you the Bangladesh and Tanzania story, but I've been in and out of hospitals many times whilst I've been travelling. One of the worst ones was also in India. Now, I spent Christmas Day in a hospital in India when I first initially went. with food poisoning. But yeah, I've been in an Indian hospital many times. I once got an infection on my finger that spread up my arm. I thought I had sepsis, but it was just some like infection from like touching dirty things. However, a different time I was in hospital in India was when I had altitude sickness. Now, stupid me, when you travel high altitude places, oh, let me just stop here a second. Let me stop here for a second and show you this lovely view. Look at that, that's Lanta. Can't beat it. Hardly any tourists, got the whole place to myself. Not much to do, as you've seen. But yeah, nice and peaceful, perfect to recharge, ready for the next adventure. But yeah, basically, altitude sickness, for those of you that have had it, how you get it is if you don't ease yourself and acclimatise, what's the word? Climatise yourself into the altitude. So stupid me, I went on the second highest road on the planet. It's called like the Changri-La Pass or something in India. Obviously it's up in the Himalayas. Now I went from 0 feet to 19,000 feet in under 24 hours. Now I did this on a bus, like a 22-hour bus. Then all of a sudden, everyone on the bus started getting like headaches, feeling nauseous, and like passing out. Some people were like passing out completely. And then before you know it, people were like passing around oxygen tanks. I was like, shit, what's going on? Then all of a sudden, I started feeling the same way. And I was like, hey, what's going on here? And then I found out I was on the second highest road in the world. I had no idea. Now, we were in the middle of the Himalayan mountains, no hospitals for hours. So for about 6 hours, I just spent like throwing up on this fucking oxygen tank. Eventually, we got to a hospital on the mountain, and then they put me on another oxygen tank for about 2 hours in this like medical tent. So yeah, I was just lying on this medical tent. Everyone else was as well. Oxygen mask on my face. After spending a couple hours in this medical tent on this tank, I felt a little bit better. So we carried on and we worked our way down through the mountains. That's where we spent the night, in this mountain town on the Himalayas, and I felt a little bit better. But then the next day it kicked in again. The altitude sickness hit me like a ton of bricks. I went to the small hospital in this small mountain town and they put me on a drip. They put me on this oxygen tank for another like day or so, and they gave me some meds. So yeah, that was another time I spent in a hospital on my travels. It's happened a lot of times. Next question, what is the place you recommend or area you recommend to travel as a first time backpacker? Well, I'd probably say Southeast Asia. I mean, where else in the world can you get great prices, stress-free travel, English speaking, good fun place than Southeast Asia? I mean, it never gets boring. It's obviously very touristy now, apart from this island, but there's many islands like this in Thailand and in and around Southeast Asia where you can have an adventure, go meet the locals, and yeah, avoid the tourist spots. Thailand's obviously super touristy now. You just see the state PP Islands. I mean, Jesus, imagine that place 40 years ago. Now it's got McDonald's on it, a Burger King. It's destroyed. But there are still islands in Thailand. I mean, it's full of trash here and there. But look, got my own private beach. There's no one else down here. So yeah, I'd probably say as a first time backpacking experience, no matter what age, by the way, if you're 60, 20, 30, Southeast Asia, 100%. Spend a couple months here, have a great time, avoid this beach, it's full of shit, but find a better island maybe. Yeah, Southeast Asia. Next question, Ben, can you show us what's inside your backpack? No problem, this is going to take about 30 seconds because I've got hardly anything. Less is more, don't overpack. All I've got is some exercise bands that look like bondage gear. They are exercise bands, which I never use. I've got 2 packing cubes inside here. I keep my pants, my socks inside that one. I've got t-shirts, 2 pairs of tracky bottoms. Here's my laundry over here. Got myself a laundry bag. There's all my dirty pants. That's a washing bag there. Got a power bank, deodorant, sun cream, all that shit. I'm on the whey protein. This costs 50 quid. 50 quid. I'm trying to get my gains back. And I've got some creatine from Mutant Nutrition. Rest in peace, Rich Piana. If you know, you know, one of my all-time heroes. Legend. And then I've got a protein shaker. This was the only one they had, Mickey Mouse, cost about £2. And that is it, guys. Honestly, I don't overpack. I've got another wash bag there with a toothbrush sticking out of it. That is it. I've got like 4 t-shirts, 4 pairs of socks, a jumper in case I need it, in case it's cold, which it never is out here, 2 pairs of trackies and a few pairs of pants. Honestly, less is more. Don't overpack. Don't be that person that brings too much stuff. I used to be that person 10 years ago. Now, this is all I have, and this is all I've used for 6 months. Now the next question comes with a warning. So listen, if you're eating a meal right now, skip for the next 2 to 3 minutes because it's about to get nasty. So the next question is, what is the most disgusting travel story that's happened to you? Now I've got 3. The first one happened in Bangladesh again. And that is when I got human shit up my leg when I walked around the ferry ports. This bloke basically took me around these old rusty ferries where they go to dismantle it, and the locals use that area to squat and take a shit in, right? Now I stepped in a big pile of crap without realising it, thinking it was mud, got onto the boat and my trouser grazed my leg. And I looked down, I was like, what's all that mud there? That looks a bit strange. And then it started to smell. And then I realised what it was. Oh man, you never guess what's on my leg. There's human shit on my leg. I got off this boat, ran to the nearest tap, put my leg underneath this tap, but there wasn't enough. So then I had to hop on a bike for 2 hours all the way back to my hotel, stinking. And yeah, obviously threw my tracky bottoms away when I got to the hotel. So yeah, that was the first disgusting story in Bangladesh once again. My second disgusting story whilst travelling happened in India. I mean, all these stories seem to be happening in Bangladesh, India, or Ethiopia. The next story, by the way, is Ethiopia. Now, the second story, oh man, PTSD thinking of this. I was on a bus, 20 hours or something, going through the Himalayas once again, and all of a sudden I got hit with food poisoning, extreme stomach cramps, and I was on a bus, and the bus driver kept refusing to pull over. Like, there was no toilet breaks on this whole journey. So I had to slip him 100 rupees and say, look mate, pull over now. I couldn't hold it in anymore. So we're on this mountain pass and I just jumped out and I was like, I've got to go. So I pulled my pants down and just let loose behind a rock. All the bus were just watching me do it. And I had no toilet paper, so you can probably imagine what was used. And yeah, I had no hand sanitizer, no water to clean myself. So I got back on the bus for the remainder 10, 15 hours, whatever it was. Horrific, absolutely horrific. And my third disgusting story happened in Ethiopia. Now, I went to the Omo Valley, which is home to basically the tribes in the country. Complete waste of time in terms of making content because I spent 3 days to get there and spent over $1,000 doing it. And I filmed a video, posted it on YouTube, but it got completely taken away instantly because everyone in the tribe had their tits and bollocks out, right? Because they're naked. Obviously you can't post those things, so even though I blurred it and stuff, the video got taken off. I couldn't even post it. So complete waste of time in terms of making a video, but I still went there for the experience, so that was good. Well, it was alright. So as we're driving down these valleys for 2 or 3 days, we're driving through many different tribes, right? And they hate the camera. So all I was doing though, I didn't realise we were about to drive through a town, a little like village, right? So I was filming the landscape, and all of a sudden I seen in the distance people stood on the side of the road, and they've got the lip thing and the lip discs and stuff, and they're holding spears and whatnot, and big swords, big knives, and I'm just filming the landscape, and I happened to capture them as well. But as I drove past, all I heard was a and I seen the guy do it, and I thought nothing of it. He just spat on top of the car. And then about a minute later, as we're driving, the girl that I was with at the time, Salam, she said, oh my god, look, your neck pillow. So I was wearing this neck pillow and this big yellow bit of gob on my neck pillow. I was like, holy shit, stop the fucking car, stop the car. Slammed the brakes on the car, chucked my neck pillow out the window, got out, poured a lot of water on my head and my face and my body just in case there's any spit on me, turned around. The tribe are running down the road with their spears and knives, chasing after us, and we're like, shit, get out of here. The driver that we're with at the time, the guide, who eventually scammed us by the way, he said, get in the car, quick. So we bombed it out of there, turned around, they picked up my neck pillow, put it around his neck, and he's picked on my t-shirt, which I threw away, and off they went. So there you go, that was my horrific travel story in Ethiopia, getting spat on by a tribe. Yeah, there you go, that's my 3 horrific, disgusting travel stories from my time on the road. We're back at that 7-Eleven again. Look, there's even more dogs here now. 1, 2, and the same one is still here. Hello! Hello! Alright, let's get that juice. Got some dog food here, look. Let's get the dogs a little snack, shall we? Chicken with milky bites, real chicken meat. Let's get in this.
Hello, welcome.
Here you go, dog. Some chicken bites. There you go. Eat it then, come on, you're just eating trash. It's real chicken bites, mate. Come on, he's eating them. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, what a waste of money. What a waste of money, doesn't even want it. Dogs in Thailand would much rather eat from the bin. They're probably not used to real food, to be fair. Oh, go on, yes. He's not eating it, look. Please eat that food. Yes, finally. Oh shit, bloody hell. Right, next question. Most underrated countries you've travelled to? Now there's 3. I'll probably say Uganda for number 1, Timor-Leste for number 2, and Tajikistan number 3. Let me explain why. Now, first of all, not many people go to these countries, but they should. Uganda, for the people, I mean, Uganda was just full of characters, wasn't it? What a place. Want ID for England?
Yes.
If you bring me Ugandan wife, I'll give you England ID. How about that? Deal?
Yeah. Manchester United.
Yeah, and you?
You are freak.
I'm a freak.
You are freak. This is Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
This is the beast, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, the beast.
This is Kim Jong-un
Kim Jong-un.
of North Korea.
And what about this man?
Is Hitler.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Timor-Leste, again, for the people, and just the fact nobody goes. Just next to it is, of course, Bali, 1 hour flight away. Yet, that gets millions of tourists per year, and Timor-Leste gets like 10,000. Blows my mind. However, the roads are completely shit, and they've got the worst music taste on the planet. So get ready for some hell journeys. Gotta be up there with the most annoying songs of all time. Listen to that. Listen to this music, just random noises, playing over and over again. Torture. And third, Tajikistan, because of the mountain life. The Pamir Highway, probably one of the greatest road trips I've ever done. Going along the Afghan border, I mean, absolutely loved it. Great place, great food, people were awesome. Yeah, Tajikistan, underrated place. We are a stone's throw away from Afghanistan. Look at all the locals. That is the Afghanistan locals. Hopefully not the Taliban. It looks like they are armed, to be fair. And I've come across Tajikistan's worst toilet. There it is. However, look, I can pee whilst looking at Afghanistan. Next question, which I get every single day, is Ben, when are you coming to America? Now I know that's like 30%, maybe 40% of people that watch these videos. And I was going to come this year, but I sacked it off. I still got that restriction because of those countries that I've been to, like Afghan, Syria, Somalia, all these places. So I can't go yet. Iraq, obviously, twice. So I can't go until I've gone to have an embassy appointment. But this can't be arsed. Like, London was like a 6-month wait and like 300 quid. Or I could have gone to Poland and got it in like 2 days. But that was like 300 quid as well. And I couldn't be arsed. Didn't have time, just didn't happen. And also, the Americans that watch these videos, I get comments all the time like, Ben, we don't want to see America, right? We want to see the world. So it's a tricky one. Do you want me to film America? I'm not too sure. But I'm definitely going to come next year because I feel like I've travelled most of Asia now, right? So next year I think it's going to be America, South America, and probably Africa. So yeah, don't worry Americans, I will come. Cheers. And the final question to finish off this Q&A is, how did you meet Kat? Kat, how many years have I known you?
5.
5 years. Now, a lot of people think... What's that noise? How's Portugal, by the way?
I don't know. I think someone is like doing something on the wall.
How's Portugal?
Yes.
Yes. What do you mean, yes? I said, how's Portugal?
Oh, sunny. Sunny and a bit noisy today.
Are you ready for our next adventure in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think I need it.
She's ready. All right, Kat, I'll leave you to it. I'll finish off this question here.
Good luck. See you guys.
So yeah, about 3 years ago, I introduced Kat to a YouTube channel, right? I made a video called How to Get Laid in Albania. Now, obviously, that was called acting, cheesy fake acting. I do it all the time. I walked up to Kat and I'm like, oh, where are you from? And all that. I can't even remember what I did. Excuse me, my lovely.
Hello,
Where are you from?
I'm from Portugal.
Oh, you're joking. I'm looking for an Albanian speaker. I wanted to talk to someone about Albania. Are you a tourist then as well, like me?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your name?
Cat.
Ben, nice to meet you. So there we have it, guys. I'm going to drink a couple cans of Peroni here with Kat. Cheers, Kat.
Cheers.
Hold on, let me sit on my porch to finish off this question in my £20 hotel room. Can't beat it. Anyway, yeah, I've known Kat for 5 years, and the way I introduced her in the Albania video was obviously bad acting, and for some reason people actually thought that was legit. Of course, it was a joke, it was a sketch. So yeah, I've actually known Kat for 5 years, and she didn't know I did YouTube for over a year until one day she found my Instagram and was like, hey, what's this? You do YouTube videos? So I was like, yeah, I used to do YouTube videos, but not anymore because of the lockdown and stuff, and I think I'm going to give up with it. But then I flew to Africa and spent 6 months there in 2021. We stayed in touch a little bit, and I sort of took YouTube a bit more seriously. However, I only did just a few videos, so I probably put about, say, 50% of effort in. Then I went home to the UK because lockdown finished, took another 6 months off YouTube, got a job again, and then a year later, I put 100% into YouTube and gave it another shot. And I said to Kat, listen, do you want to go with me on a little trip? And she said, where? And I said, let's go to Albania. And then the rest is history. So yeah, there you go, mystery solved. I've actually known Kat for about 5 years, and to be honest, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. She keeps me motivated, she comes up with loads of new ideas, and yeah, she's the true star of the show. Well, I hope you enjoyed that Q&A video. Obviously, nothing too crazy. I'm still on recharge mode, getting ready for that adventure in a new continent starting in 2 weeks. So I'm going to take it easy for another week here in Thailand, go to another country here in Asia, and then the chaos begins. If you've got any more questions and want some more mystery solved, comment it below and I'll try my best to answer it. But for now, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.